Welcome to the Bearded Bro Show podcast. I am one of your hosts, Dustin, and today I am with
Trav, as always, and I'm glad there wasn't an awkward space this time.
There wasn't. That was good.
I mean, it never fails, though. But,
It only took us 12 episodes to figure it out, but we're getting there.
yeah, and apologies to everybody for, people are noticing, but they're not. Like, I know no one really cares, but I will apologize anyway for all the, we're just scheduling issues and everything lately with, me and Dustin trying to, get recordings and everything, and it's been extremely, we've both been having our very opposite, lives and schedules not really syncing, so it's kind of sometimes it can be hard, but we're still here and we're going to keep it flowing. I guess that's the point of trying to do it, is just keep trying to do it, no matter what. And we're not obviously planning to give up anytime soon.
Yeah, things have been very hectic for the both of us. I think last week when Ryan was on the show, I want to call him Rye because my daughter's name is Rylan and I call her Rye. But when Ryan was on the show, Trav and I planned on recording and having a guest. Well, our guest kind of fell through because he was busy, and then I was getting caught up on content, and then Trav had a day at work, and it just ended up not happening when we wanted it to. So yeah, that was a thing about last week. And this week we're only recording on a Wednesday at 9:16 p.m.
It's kind of a nice challenge, though, to be honest, because whenever you said, hey, I'm out, last week or whatever, I was like, oh, let's see who I can round up. And then Ryan was just available as he always is, because from 5 p.m. after he gets off work, he's available no matter what, never doing anything else. So it's it's kind of a nice, I always have people available, and even Anthony, the thumbnail, sometimes I forget that he also does the podcast thumbnails. Shout out to him. It's amazing work. It looks amazing every time. And I'm gonna put his channel. I told him, since I've been putting his link to his YouTube channel in my food reviews, I will also link that as adding to the Elder Scroll of the podcast description in the YouTube version of the podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, click that link down below. He's got he does movie reviews and stuff, but he also, you can tell whenever you look at his thumbnails and ours, it's there's this similar, you could tell it's the same guy making them, and but he makes everything so unique, and that's what I like about it. But I don't remember where I was going to go with that.
And you can email us.
Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say about it is he also wants to join soon, but he was I just need to get, because I told him his computer audio is fine, but he's so I want to get a mic before I come back on. So I'm because he was on Trav Talks, but he wasn't pleased with his computer audio. So I was I understand, if, get a mic and then we can discuss it further, because he's a really cool guy and I want him on the show. And, and the thing with our other guest, I had mentioned that when the one with Ryan at the end, and then I'm I don't know, I think I hyped it up too much because I thought maybe, I guess I don't know, was too, oh, that's going to happen, next week, the other person's going to be on, but, obviously I should think about it and be okay, well, maybe that might, you never know what's going to happen. So we will have that very special guest that we've been looking forward to having eventually.
We will.
And,
it's just been very hard to kind of find the happy medium for all three of us.
Yeah, the more people you try to schedule together, the actually, the worse it feels sometimes. And I've felt that way, through just YouTube, being a YouTuber, for a long time anyways. The more people you involve in something, the least, probably the less you'll be able to actually do it, which is actually kind of sad, but that's just the sad truth of life, as we all got different things going on. And
I actually have a good example of that. Was on my Minecraft channel, I have a city Let's Build series where I'm building the city from basically start to finish on camera, which is insane. Don't ask me why I'm doing it. I have no fucking idea. Anyways, back when I did another city called White Ridge, which was really popular, and before Minecraft updated and fucked my entire city up, it was a very popular thing on my channel. And I had these two people that I played with consistently. They were in all my videos. They were in the live streams all the time back when I live streamed on Mixer. And for the 20th episode of the new city we're doing, we wanted to get together. So me, Rancher, Unknown, and President. Well, Unknown lives across the pond in England, president lives in Nebraska and works crazy overnight shifts. Rancher's in school, and my work schedule changes all the time. So I kept saying, hey, we're going to do this. And I literally put the thing off for a month, and it never happened. So it was unfortunate, but, sometimes that's just the way things happen. But we will have our guest on. He's just been going through a lot personally. And I'm going to be upfront and honest with you guys. Today is Wednesday, March 11th, and I literally do not have a day off until next Wednesday. So, yeah, my life is going to be fucking fantastic over the next,
So basically you had a break, but you are going... Well, how many days have you been off? Just out of curiosity.
I had 2 days off.
Oh, okay.
I had Monday and Tuesday off.
For some reason, I think I thought you had longer, but I got, lucky, I guess, and, I had to do this thing with my boss, the higher, but, because I have a supervisor, and then there's, the guy above him that works in there, and, I have been having Tuesday and Wednesday off, every week. It just so happens that, Michelle, she schedules it that way, and I've been really enjoying that. But, I've never even told her to her face, I like days in a row. Because if I have a choice, I don't want you to split the days. Don't make me go to work and then have a day off the next day and then, skip a day and then I have another day off. I don't like that. I'd rather have a stretch. It just it's more relaxing and just more of, not having to worry about it. And so, basically, for the first time ever, I was off Sunday. I always have to work Saturdays and Sundays. Thomas isn't, at work on Sundays. He's off Fridays and Sundays. I don't know how he does that. That would murder me, to have to come back Saturday. But he's off Fridays and Sundays because of his kid. And, I had a Sunday off for the first time, in forever. Because, they pretty much are okay, Tuesdays and Wednesdays... And then, I work a whole stretch all the way up till, Monday. Or sometimes I work a Tuesday as well. But anyway, I had Sunday off. But then I was off Tuesday and Wednesday. And there was a sign, the other day at work that said, taking volunteer days off. They do this very, very rarely, but occasionally. Where you can just go up to the lady that makes the schedules. Her name is Michelle. She will just, make just get whatever days you want in those moments. And last time they did this, I didn't even get a chance to ask for it. So this time I was like, hey, I want Monday off because it was going to be Sunday and then Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm like, I could literally have a 4-day stretch if they just get rid of one day. And to me, it's I'm only asking for one day, right? So it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I'm obviously trying to sleazily, I want to stretch, it just makes sense. And it took forever for my boss to, I don't know if, Dustin, you have this at the place you work where, I don't know what kind of bosses you have. I have very, and I'm not going to mention their names. I'm not going to, just in case they listen to this, but I have very forgettable bosses where it's I go to them and, I need something and it's I have to keep reminding them, and I always have, even at my last job, I would go up to, Carl or somebody and just be like, hey, this and this, and then he's like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll get that to you by the end of the day. It's not gonna happen. You have to, I hate that, forcing it thing, or it's I want, I don't know. So, it literally took me to get my the higher-up boss's number, and Thomas was like, just text him, because it was all the way to Sunday, and they hadn't done that yet. And, he was like, just text him on Sunday, hey, because I found out that he was going to be there Sunday, but I wasn't. And he was like, on Saturday, he was like, I'm going to talk to Travis about that on Sunday. And then I told Thomas, I'm like, I'm not going to be here. It's the first time in forever that I'm off on Sunday. So then I was literally like, okay, do you have his number? And he did. And so I literally texted the bigger boss at I didn't do it too early. I did it around 1 p.m. because I knew he would probably leave at 5. And I'm like, hey, is there any chance I can have tomorrow off? And then by the time I woke up that day, he had texted go ahead and take tomorrow off. And I'm like, okay. But anyway, that's just no one cares about that. I don't even know why I'm talking about it. But it's just I got 4 days. and it was nice. And I won't even lie, like these 4 days felt longer than like when I had like that almost week off, not like a month or so back. Like that, I don't know why, but I think it's just been very, I don't know, just really enjoyable to just have time to breathe and just like I haven't even like today I edited and did a video, but I didn't do like any editing all this week. And I think that's like maybe what I needed or something. I don't know, but like it's just. But that's why I was curious, like how many.
Sometimes those breaks are good.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I don't know. There's a balance to all that, and I'm just rambling at this point. But
there is, and to go back on the boss thing that you talked about. Luckily, I don't have forgettable bosses. Like my bosses, like if I'm like, hey, like I need this day off, like they will. Whoever is there, like there's like 2 managers I normally report to on that. And either one of them will stop what they're doing and go back and like, okay, like you're good. Like they right then and there, like they take care of it, it's really nice. But yeah, I had 2 days off. And the reason that Trav and I are recording the podcast so late is because Trista decided like kind of, I don't want to say it was like last minute, like kind of randomly planned a little 2-day family vacation type thing. And we traveled like almost like 3 hours away to Sandusky, Ohio, and went to a water park called Kalahari. It's like an indoor water park and like a big resort. And it's really cool. It's the second time I've ever been there. And she was like, look, I want to take the kids, like her and I were both off Monday and Tuesday. And she's like, it's going to work out. Aiden will miss a day of school, whatever. Like, let's just go have fun, because that's not something we get to do very often because of Trista and I's schedule. Like, it doesn't always work out that things can happen like that just randomly, like it wasn't a planned thing like months in advance. Like literally she was like, we're going to go Monday, spend the night, like get a room in the resort, spend the night, hang out in the water park Tuesday and come home. It was just a very randomly planned thing, and it just kind of worked itself out. So it was really nice. And I planned on taking my computer to do the podcast with Trav in the hotel, but then like I thought about it and I was like, okay, like my brother ended up going. Like, there's really no way I could, like, separate myself to make a podcast, and excited kids and my brother and, like, tablets and TVs and Trista and, like, it just was not the ideal time.
Yeah, it's probably better that you waited. It's like, right. Yeah, I can understand that, Tuesday, too, like, that suffocating feeling of other people and, like, because, whenever I'm recording with you, like right now, in this moment, even though no one else is home, I'm still in my own studio because I'm like, I'm going to get away from the cats. I'm going to get away from, like, anything, just to be to myself, because I always need that when I'm recording, and that's why I record in a separate room on my food reviews and everything, because it's just, I just know that I could get it done the most efficient way when I'm by myself.
Exactly. No, I understand completely. And it's like, and like I've recorded videos with like Trista in the room and like the podcast with Trista in the room, which is fun.
Yeah, and that's fun that's sometimes because it's fun to hear what she says in the background, especially in the edit.
It's so funny. It's so funny. And Tuesday we planned on recording, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, the time change, like going into daylight savings, fucked me up so bad. So bad. Like, I have slept maybe 6-7 hours over the past 2 days. Like, when we went to Kalahari and we stayed, like, in a nice-ass suite, too. Like, oh, my God. Like, our beds folded out of the walls. There was a fireplace. There was a bar, like, a full kitchen. Like, it was wild. It was, like, an insane suite. And, like I was on vacation. I slept for an hour. If that. Like, my sleep schedule is so jacked up. And I'm just so exhausted. And the fact that, like, I can't regulate myself because normally I would take melatonin, right? Like to fix myself, but I can't because I work so early in the morning that I would have to take melatonin at like 7 p.m. and be in bed by 9 to like get enough sleep that I'm not going to be tired and groggy the next day and be able to function at work. Because I've taken melatonin at night and like went to sleep and then went to work even more tired than the melatonin made me because I only slept for just a little bit. So I'm just not going to do that. So this is going to be like a week of pure suffering. But the good news is I'm building a gaming PC, Trav.
Yeah, I I got your text about that. I don't know if I don't think I responded, but I
Thanks.
have been sort of aware of what you're doing with all that. Obviously, whenever you get it all like done, I'll like kind of be able to grasp mentally like what all it is and what it can do and everything. But yeah, I mean that's
I don't know
definitely
how
exciting
familiar you
because
are
you
with
had
building
mentioned like it's
computers.
gonna make everything a little bit more easier and faster for me, and obviously like efficiency plus fastness, and you add that together, and it's like and it equals like just so much, and like is only
Yeah,
beneficial for you.
it is. It's definitely going to up my production and my content like 100%. So I'm really excited, and it's cool too because it's like I've gamed on a computer, but never really like gamed on it. You know what I mean? Like I've played Minecraft like back in the day when it was only on computer, but to like actually have my own something that I built, I literally picked each individual part to this computer and is going to be built by my hands. So it's just like really cool to be able to have that because I don't, and Trav is like this. I know this for a fact, but everything in my setup I have bought with my own money. And I don't have the craziest setup in the world. I literally have like $150 TV, an Xbox, a PlayStation, a $300 laptop that I got like 5 years ago, and a microphone and a capture card. Like I don't have the most elaborate setup in the entire world. So the fact that I'm able to like get a PC and build it and have something that I've wanted for a really long time, because fun fact, I actually started building a PC years ago before I moved to Florida. And unfortunately, moving to Florida took the money that I was investing into my PC because I had to move. And all I had was a case, a motherboard, and a power supply. I was missing the RAM. I was missing a storage device. I was missing a graphics card. And if you guys know, and a processor, if you guys don't know anything about computers, processors and graphics cards are the two most expensive components to a computer, but they're literally the two main components to a computer to make it run and display stuff on your screen. So, yeah, and it's really funny because like I've been trying to build a PC for like the last 5 years, and I'm still gonna get that before I get Trav's fucking care package. How does that work?
I had to I was taking a drink right at the end of what you were saying. Like I was swallowing at that point, and then I had to come back to the mic and just was like, wow, I almost started spitting. But
But how funny is it? It's taken me 5 years to build a gaming PC and 12 years to receive Travis's care package.
oh man, it's never.
I bet you he's sitting there looking at it too. I feel like every time we record this podcast and I bring it up, he just stares at it. And he's like,
It's like I'm staring at it, and the longer I stare at it, it's like kind of like a camera shot of like everything's darkening around it and it's starting to like glow, and like it's just you hear this aura of like oh like Halo or something, I guess is what I started doing. But
it's like the freaking mystery box in Call of Duty Zombies just sitting there waiting.
you know how many times I've watched that video of that guy walking into the big stall somewhere and he starts doing the Halo theme with his voice and then all those guys join in? It's the best video ever. Like, if anyone has any nostalgia for Halo
they actually started
all,
a bathroom choir.
It's yeah, like, and then there was like a version that was like the ladies' reaction. There was like girls standing outside. I don't know if that part of it was fake. I almost feel like that was like added in or something. But like there's like this other version of it where girls were like giggling and laughing outside of like the door where it was like cracked or something, and they could like, and it was their perspective was this far away, like you could hear them or whatever, and it was like I don't know, it's funny, but I almost feel like that could have easily been edited in there and like fake, but if it's not, it's pretty great that like a bunch of girls got together in a group and then the guys got together in a group and they like filmed separate, like I don't know. And Halo is just like that. The first note of any main menu screen of that game is like, oh, nostalgia. Like it's just like instant. But
I'm going to be honest, man. My brain is absolutely fried. And can we fucking talk about this whole coronavirus thing and how stupid you are? Not you, Travis, but like people, you're listening to this and you were like, oh my God, I need to go buy all the toilet paper and I need to buy hand sanitizer and all that. Fuck you. If you had good personal hygiene to begin with, you dirty bastards, you wouldn't even have to worry about this shit.
Ashley complimented me the other day. Like, I'm thankful right now that you have a washing your hands phobia because because that really fits the situation well. I'm like, well, thanks. Like, at least, like, what I'm doing is actually helping. Does it dry out my hands too fast and I have to use lotion? Yes. But it's like, but I'm, at least I'm healthy by washing my hands. Like, I wash my hands after every, like, just, I mean, like, I can't stand having grimy hands. Like, I don't know. It's just like I've had that my whole life too. It's like since I was like 5. Like, I don't know. Like, it's so weird because I grew up on like a freaking like farm basically, and you would think I'd get used to dirt and stuff and like being okay with being kind of dirty or whatever, and it just nope, never got used to it. It was like mow the grass, shower, dig in the dirt as a kid, shower. Like, I don't know. Like, it just like I've always been a clean person, but there's nothing wrong with that, obviously, and I want to smell good too. So plenty of deodorant. And when I forget it, I can tell.
Oh, thanks.
When I forget it, I can tell that I haven't used deodorant.
Oh, dude. When you forget your deodorant, it's literally like your deodorant's literally the worst feeling in the entire world, especially when you're at work and you're like, fuck.
Oh, I never.
Like,
luckily for me, whenever
kinda
I've forgotten it,
like,
I've gone to work. I wear
shit.
freaking, like, I already have a flannel on or something or a jacket even because I'm working in the cold. So honestly, most of the smell is going to be kind of covered up. So thankfully, and because I am not gonna rock just a t-shirt where I work because it is. I mean, I wear a t-shirt, but I put stuff over it because, yeah, way too cold. But I don't know.
But I mean, this whole virus thing
coronavirus.
is insane.
That's what we were talking about. But
you realize you people have a 98% chance of surviving this. The stomach flu is more deadly than this virus.
Ashley's a nurse,
stupid.
and I asked her straight up, "What is this thing?" Like, just because I hadn't even looked it up, I just heard all the hype and everything, and I was too lazy to even be like, "Okay, what is this?" Like, Google it. I just asked her. I was like, "What is this thing?" She's like, "Literally, people that are dying are old." And can't, have a weak immune system, or young people that do have a weak immune system. I was watching a video, Tyrone Magnus talk about that earlier, where his opinion was that too, is like, if you have a whack immune system, you could probably get it easier, but if you stay strong and just figure out ways to boost your immune system and stuff, it's just like, if you get it, it's just like having a regular virus. All the coronavirus is, I mean, it's a bit like, is it bad? Sure, like, it's spreading, it's going crazy, whatever. But is it as bad as people are making it out to be because of the internet? Yes. Like, it's literally like its own...
The Health Association.
Yeah, it's its own meme. Like, it's just all hype. Like, that's all it is.
It is. You realize that the Health Association declared this a pandemic. Like, we are literally in a state of emergency. They shut down entire fucking colleges because of this.
And E3 got canceled.
The college closest to
E3 2020 got canceled because they don't want to put that many people in the same... And they didn't even say that it's coronavirus related, but I know it is. I know that's why. Because it's like too many people in the same area. So Xbox is like, I guess we're going to announce the Xbox more on where you could watch it online instead, like digitally or whatever.
It's fucking ridiculous. And it's so funny because there's a Comic-Con coming to Pittsburgh and... April 17th through the 19th, and I'm going. And they literally just put out they emailed the people like a statement. I literally just read it before we started the podcast, saying they're like, no, like, we paid money to have these big celebrities here, and they're coming, and they plan on coming. So fuck you, we're going to sanitize everything every half hour. So that's it. Like, there's going to be sanitization stations everywhere. Sanitize your hands. We're going to be scrubbing down all door handles. Like, anything that is going to be touched will be sanitized every half hour. Like, we're not canceling. Like, it's not fucking happening. And it's just like, thank God. But, like, I just want you to know, because of stupid fucking people, I have to wear latex gloves at my job now. Starting today, I had to wear latex gloves because of fucking insecure people.
Dang.
It's ridiculous. It is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like Trav said, it's like any other virus. Like, you get a fever, whatever. Who the fuck gets sick and decides, I'm going to hop on a plane? And fuck you motherfuckers that were eating bat soup, because that's how that shit started. Bat soup? Really? You were boiling live bats and then cutting them open and eating their insides? Over in fucking Japan or wherever the shit started? Why? Why would you do that? And then you dumbasses get on a plane and you come over here and you start fucking our shit up. And now they're closing down entire colleges. Like, the fuck?
It's the end of the world as we know it.
I don't get it, man.
Because people, we're just eating our own world up by all this, like, not, I don't know. Like, I've never been able to hook onto the idea of, like, when people aren't more clean. Like, I've literally gone into a stall and, like, watched, you're not really watching, but, like, you see a guy go into a toilet maybe behind you or something, and then he comes out and he did not wash his hands. Like, I literally am just so, like, why? Like, even if you look at your hands and you see there's nothing on them, just wash them anyway for that extra precaution. Like, I can't even stand the idea of, like, just the idea of it, like, that I might have something on
It's
me.
gross.
It really is gross, and you're gonna go eat and everything, and like put that. You know
what grosses me out about this shit is in restaurants, right? Like, someone comes into the bathroom, you watch them not wash their hands, and then you see them eating their fucking food or touching their kids' food, and it's like, you literally just held your dirty ass nasty junk in your hand. And then you're going to touch a fucking door handle full of bacteria and then go touch your kids' food? Like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, do you not... It's just gross. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. And it's just how worried people are about all this. And it's like... Why? Like Trista literally told me they got a truck today, like pallets and pallets of toilet paper. And Trista went to work at 1 p.m. and they were completely, like, expensive, cheap, it doesn't matter. They are 100% out of toilet paper within an hour.
And thanks, coronavirus, for...
And people literally came in and got upset with her, like, where's your toilet paper? And she's like, we're sold out. And like, you don't have any in the back. I actually need fucking toilet paper. And people are getting mad. It's like, that's...
Can't help it. Go to another freaking store. Like, I hate the customers that are like
quarantining themselves in their house over this shit.
I hate the customers that are like, I don't want to drive to the other like store or whatever. Like, if you want it that bad, you will. Like, calm down. You freaking your $20 in gas, like, isn't like, it's not a big deal. Like, I don't know. People make gas into a huge deal, but anyway.
There are gas stations and corner stores, like family owned, not like big chains around here. In general, like around, selling bottles of hand sanitizer for $50. And people were buying it.
Wow. That's like opportunity.
Wash your fucking hands.
Yeah. It's funny. I almost forgot about this little bit of a story. Like, so... And I didn't send Dustin this photo, I don't think, but I sent it to my dad and I sent it to a couple other people just to see. Like, I just sent them the picture with no context, and I just wanted to see if they would think, is that coronavirus related? So that I could, I guess correct them. But, like, we had to put, or actually I showed up to work the other day, and I didn't have to do this, but I had to work around it and deal with it. So, on the meat wall, all of that... like the ground beef, everything, like all the way, like, because beef is like all the way to the left side, and then chicken's all the way to the right, and then you have like steaks and pork in between that. They had clear, not really clear, it's kind of like a milky like color, but wrap over the meat. And people were literally coming in and like, is this literally about the virus or whatever? And I'm literally having to correct like 5 people, like, we're fixing the roof. And so and it's for stuff falling. Or whatever, and so that's understandable, but it's just so funny that it was in this specific time frame that we did this, where you walk into fill in the blank where I work, and I almost said it, but and like the produce and all of this stuff is just covered with this clear wrap. It literally looked like a quarantine zone, but it was because they're fixing the roof. Like, and literally, like, you'd hear like bangs and stuff every now and then, and like Thomas the other day when I wasn't there, like dirt had fell or something. I don't know, there should be a safer way to do all that, because like dirt can just fall on a person and like, I don't know, customers and stuff. But I just found it really funny that I walk into work and then the meat wall is just like got this like curtain down over it, and I had to work around that, like fill up the meat wall by like getting under the curtain thing and like working like that. It just made everything 10 times slower. Because the point of the meat wall is it's just nice and open. Like, you don't have to open a door. You don't have to do anything. It's just this open thing that has, like, it's, a cooler back there that's cooling it as it sits on the shelf. Anyway, it was just funny. I'm going to send Dustin a photo after we get done with this, because it literally looks like we should be wearing hazmat suits and stuff, but we obviously didn't have to. But yeah, it was freaking some people out. Like there was this one lady that was like, and by the way, customers don't know how to read. There's like a sign. We put signs on the curtain like, this meat is for sale or something like that. Or I think it said, sorry for the inconvenience, the roof is being repaired. I think it said, this product is for sale. And of course, they didn't read it. They asked me, like, what's going on with this? And like, I had to tell one lady, like, I could tell she was worried on her face. So I just straight up was honest with her. I was like, the roof is being repaired, so it's for all the dust and everything. And she, like, kind of took a breath, like, oh, okay. And I was just like, no, it's not anything to do with the virus. And she was like, well, I won't lie, I was getting worried for a second there. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know, maybe, it's all a fear thing. Like, I don't know.
It really is. And it's the media. It is the media blowing it out of proportion, and that's exactly what it is. It's because, like, okay, they want people to get scared. Like, the NBA, okay? This fucking cracks me up. So, like, I follow basketball. I'm a fan of basketball. The NBA put out a statement on ESPN today that they might continue the rest of the season, like home games, without fans. They're not allowing fans in the stadium. Imagine watching a fucking basketball game on
With
TV
empty
and
bleachers.
seeing nobody. It's just quiet. Like, I so badly want to watch a game just to see how bad it is without fans being in the stadium.
Just have, like, yeah, you just have the announcer guys, the whatever you call them, and just the sound of the basketball and the squeaking of the floor. That's it. Just like, it's the silent, just like, and he jumps into the hoop, blah blah blah, and there's like no cheering.
What if they didn't even have the announcers?
That'd be.
It'd be like a pickup game of basketball in the fucking park.
Yeah, it'd just be a
like,
silent game.
It cracks me up.
Like, the fact that you'd be able to hear the players, like, grunting or, like, saying something, like, to another player or something, like, that says a lot. If you can hear them perfectly, then it's too empty of a room.
I'm just really curious about how it's going to work out. But it's so funny, like, at work today, because there was talk of, like, you know, like, how they're shutting down schools and stuff, and I was like, well, like, what if they were to shut down, like, our store specifically, and, you know, like, we were talking about it, like, if that was to happen, I think, like, if corporate decides to, like, shut down the store as a whole, like, we would get compensated, and if it's, like, government issued, then we would get compensated, like, to not go to work, which, I mean, I'm absolutely okay with, but it's just, like, it was so funny because I was talking about it when I was running the gloves, and I was like, the first time a customer comes up to me and asks me what the gloves are for, I'm going to fake cough into my arm and just walk away.
Get you some, like, fake blood that just, they just see it on your sleeve. Like, oh,
so
man.
Funny.
I don't know. I mean, I won't lie. There's this level of, like, it's generally scary. We can't lie. It's this little bit of, like, well, like, because, yeah, you said media and everything, it's making it out to be a bigger thing, but, like, but I think it just, what happens to people is they hear, okay, even one or two people have died from a certain thing, then it's like, oh my God, like, I could die. Because that's why I asked Ashley, what is this thing? And second question, like, is it literally something you catch and then you're just basically doomed? Like, no, because it's not like cancer or something like that. It's not, it's literally,
it's just like you have a fever, and it's literally just having like a general cold.
There was some post or
like,
something on Facebook.
You take care of yourself. You know, like, it's not that big of a deal. Yes, if you are somebody that has, like, all kinds of illnesses and you have a weak immune system, 9 times out of 10, it might affect you worse. But, like, I don't get sick very often. Like, I'll get a cold every now and again, but I get the stomach flu maybe, like, once a year, if that, sometimes even longer. And, you know, like, I feel like I've dealt with worse sicknesses than what this is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's,
like, if I can survive the stomach flu like I had after working Black Friday and, like, puking my fucking insides out and sleeping for fucking 48 hours, I'm pretty sure I'd be okay with the coronavirus. Okay, yeah, I have a fever. I call into work. Hey, look, like, I'm sick. You know, like, I'm not going to come into work and spread my shit to you guys. Like, I'm sorry. It's like, the fact that entire colleges are being shut down, and it's only in like local colleges to me, like the biggest college near me, Slippery Rock University, literally is shut down entirely for the next 2 weeks.
It's madness.
And it's really only a matter, and dude, Slippery Rock's 10 minutes away from where I live. There's no like cases of it there or anything, but they're just taking precautions.
Right.
But it's only a matter of time before it starts affecting like high schools and middle schools and elementary schools. Like, then what? Like, what if, because we have a kid in school, the school's like, hey, because of this virus and them being young, you know, we don't want them to come to school. We're shutting the whole school down. That's so fucking inconvenient for like parents, you know?
Yeah.
Because then it's just going to be that much harder for Tristan and I to find a babysitter now. So it's like, it's so, I'm just so sick of this shit. Everybody's just being so, it's just, people are blowing it way out of proportion. That's all it is. It's like, you know, and I'm sorry if you're like a super young person watching this and you're afraid, or if you're an older person listening to this and you're afraid, I'm sorry. But like, really, stay the fuck out. Like, keep away from the media, because they are just going to hype it up and, you know, oh my God, like, we got to fear for our lives. No, the fuck we don't. We really don't
like,
have to.
Yeah, what is this? How is this any different than, like, the spring pollen and, like, getting allergies / like, fever, you know, fevers and viruses just happen all the time. This isn't, like, a brand new thing. You know, it's, like, you know that whole saying, like, oh, something must be going around, you know, whenever you get sick. And then you see, like, other people in the same store or whatever that you work with are getting sick around you. Like, that crap can be kind of scary, because you're like, okay, something's actually spreading. Like, that stuff happens all the time. Like, you know, I don't know all the, and I don't know all the sciences. I don't know all the sciences at all. I don't know how a virus even starts. I can't even begin to tell you, like, what, like, even, like, how does a virus come, you know, happen from, like, nothing into actually being created? Like, I don't know, but I know that we should take precautions and we should whatever, and, like, you know, that whole meme going around and wash your hands, like, it's serious, because to me it's like, I love those memes too that are like, hey, I've been washing my hands my whole life, I'm good, or something like that, because that's how I feel, where I'm just like, you know, people are just too freaking grimy and they don't wash, and it's just, you know, like, take time to clean yourself, you know, because it's like, you never know what you're doing or gonna spread or whatever. I don't know. Or get.
Exactly. And my coworker made a good point about it too. It's like, okay, when reports of the coronavirus started coming, it was overseas. Like, the U.S. is like, fuck them, you know, like, whatever. And then, you know, it gets in the U.S., but it's like states away. Like, I live in Pennsylvania. Like, if we hear about a case, like, oh, you know, 2 people in the state of Arizona were diagnosed with this, why do we give a fuck? That's in Arizona. That sucks for you guys. Like, we're cool up here. And now, because, like, it's happening on the other side of the state from where I live, it's like, oh my fucking God, everybody fucking panic. It's like, no. If you are sick, stay home. It is common sense. Stay the fuck home. Like, what makes you think it's like, oh, fuck, man. Like, I got this really bad fever. Let's go to Vegas. Yeah. You're like, what the fuck? No, you stay the fuck home. Stay home.
Like, I know, right? It's not, you know, it's just the world we live in, where everyone's just rather dumb or confused, and I don't know. Like, people just don't use common sense.
Common sense definitely.
By the way,
has gone
very,
out the
very
window.
off subject, but I'm drinking a bottled Baja Blast right now. Just as a heads up to everybody, it exists again. Baja Blast in bottles is a thing. And I think it's just because it's about, you know, basically spring and, like, summer's coming. So I think, yeah, I don't know. I got one of those, like, we were at Walmart last night, and I looked at the vending machine, and, like, I noticed that there was, like, the slight bluish color on some of them, and some of them are green. I'm like, Ashley, is that Baja Blast? And then her jaw just dropped, and I'm like, let's get 2 of those. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's exciting when it comes back around. Little things make us excited, and
yeah. On a much later subject here, fuck the virus and fuck the stupid people. But yeah, if you guys have not tried, I don't know if Travis tried this yet, the Dr. Pepper with cream soda.
yeah, I'm kind of looking around for that. I'd review it if I found it, for sure. I'm not like in a rush, but I'm also like, well, if I found it, then I'd review it.
And Trista's a big fan of this. Hold on, I got a thing here. The Smart Food white cheddar popcorn comes in the black bag. Trav knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She found she loves the white cheddar. She found a flamin' hot version of it, and it is so good.
Yeah, I think I've seen that around. That sounds pretty good. I'm a pretty big popcorn fan. I haven't really tried a whole lot of the bagged stuff. Like, I don't know. There's like.
Do you remember Sexy Pop? Back when we could get stuff sent to us from them.
Yeah.
Their shit was good, but dude, they literally like aren't in existence anymore.
I guess. Like, I don't know if that's gonna happen to Liquid Ice as well. I hope they stick around because they've always been pretty good. They have Liquid Ice has the weirdest ads though, where I'll go to their or like I'll see it on Instagram, and it's just like they have like models for Liquid Ice, and I'm just like, and I'm rolling my eyes. I'm just kind of like, is that really how y'all are? Because they didn't used to be that way, and then I noticed they started doing like, okay, let's get this like, I don't know, let's get this like nice looking girl or whatever to pose for Liquid Ice, and I'm just like, what is this NASCAR? Like, what are we doing? Like, it's kind
of like the same direction that Bang energy drink took.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of jarring. I'll just be scrolling through, like, and I'm just like, what is this freaking porn? Like, what are we, like, it's like a little too, whatever, a little too far, kind of, like, I don't know.
For a fucking energy drink? For Liquid Ice?
Yeah, it's like,
I've never even seen Liquid Ice in stores.
It's not like it's Monster or anything. It's Liquid Ice. Like, no offense to y'all. Y'all are amazing. I have a lanyard, like, I got stuff sent to me from them a long time ago. And I thought about getting a hold of them again just to be like, hey, if y'all have any new flavors, I'd love to review them. All respect to Liquid Ice, and I love what they're doing. I love their logo, everything. But that one right there for me was just like, I don't know. Like, I think y'all should just stick to something else. It's not, I don't know. It's like, it's too cliche, I guess is the word. But, yeah, they're a cool company. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know how far they've come from when I reviewed the like box they sent me, like to like now, and how more popular they are, but I don't know. Like there's a lot of like those little companies that are actually really legit companies that will just send you stuff if you ask, like, and like I don't know, Endorsement does it all the time, and you know, it's like, I don't know, it's cool stuff. Like, it's like someone said today, I was watching a video, like, for me being a food reviewer, it's a great time. Oh, yeah, it was Matt Zion on Reckless Eating. He was reviewing marshmallow-flavored, like, Rockstar Endurance. It was a Rockstar drink. And he was like, dude, like, all the different energy drinks and everything that come out all the time. We got Reign, we got Bang. Like, energy drinks were really starting to pop a few years ago, but now it's like this world where we have an unlimited amount of brands for them. Like, there are just all these brands being created for energy drinks all the time. And so he basically said, it's a great time to be a food reviewer nowadays because everything, there's more. There's just more of everything now. And it's just kind of insane, but yeah.
Liquid Ice, I just looked it up, started in 2003. So I got stuff when I lived in Florida, which was about, I don't know, 4 years ago.
So they've been on a just uphill, they've just been climbing since then. I didn't know that, but.
And they have a thing right now, too, guys. If you're interested, if you go to liquidiceenergy.com, you can try Liquid Ice Blue for free. You just pay for shipping.
Nice.
Something to look into if you guys are looking for a new energy drink.
Right. Well, Dustin, I think, like, you know, we usually try to go a full hour, but I do know that you're kind of wanting to, like, do stuff, but I think that we could still fill up some more time with some recommendations. Do you have one in mind? I think I do, but if you have one, I can let you go first.
Okay, before we go, I just want to say before we do our recommendations, okay, so I'm looking at, this is how big they've gotten. They've sponsored the Minnesota Vikings, 3 NHL teams, the Nashville Predators, the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the Minnesota Timberwolves of the NBA.
Nice.
So they've definitely, like,
grown for sure.
Stepped it up, man.
That's amazing.
So, pretty cool. But all right, recommendations. Ooh, okay, I got a really good one. So my recommendation is, because I took like a little impromptu vacation with my family. It was really good. Go. if you guys have an idea and you're like, you know what, like maybe I want to take off work a couple days or take off school a couple days, whatever it may be, and do something fun, fucking do it, man. Just live. Because honestly, like the last 2 days, like I did not realize how much I needed them until they actually happened.
It's always that way.
It was just
whenever
so
you're
nice.
living in the vacation, you're like, wow, it's always that way. So whenever you're on that grind and working all the time, you never really realize how tired you are sometimes until you take off. And it's like, I feel like that's really important, actually, what Dustin is saying, because you never know. And you never know how much it's going to even fix just something as like your mental health. Like you never know how much it's going to help repair just that breathing room. Like I said, I was off for 4 days and I just loved living in the moment each day. Like each day I just lived in the moment as much as I could and just tried to just like capture memories because I was just like, I wanted to edit videos. I wanted to be like, okay, I got days off. I should, put out content and like use this time. But then I found myself just being like, just kind of not really putting it off because I had literally at the time had nothing else to do. And it's funny because I'm about to go to work tomorrow and then everything is coming out. Like starting today and tomorrow, there's stuff fast food related that's like coming out new. And I'm just like, really? You couldn't come out whenever I was on my actual stretch. But, it's very, very important. In my opinion, to like take that time because you're working and you're on the grind. Like you're working to make money, but then what? It's like besides bills and everything, like
what do you have to show for it when you keep going back to work?
You're literally working to make money, and then what does the money do for work? Like no, that's always been my biggest peeve about people is like, they work to only pay their bill and then go back to work. Like that's not, I know that sometimes that's a cycle of life and sometimes you have to do a little bit of that before you get to the higher on the stairs, like you have to just live day by day, but check to check as some people say. But I just feel like if you just really focus on, make money and kind of like save some and like just really just like, okay, save some for a rainy day, you're going to be a lot happier because, money may not be able to buy happiness, but it can freaking help. So, right. I think it's really important that you take that time to just breathe and live.
That's exactly it, man. And just so you guys know, because of this stupid ass Verizon is what I almost said.
Wait, what?
You guys can literally like get like flights. And you can go on a 7-day cruise for like $70. I mean, you may get sick, but fuck it, right? You're on a cruise. Go to the Bahamas or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where me and Ashley were, because we want to go to like Disney World and the Galaxy's Edge and all that. But
me too. We got to meet there.
It would be cool. But the only thing is, like Ashley's already said, like we're gonna wait, obviously, because we're not gonna go anytime soon anyway, even if there wasn't a coronavirus. But she's like, just for extra precaution, coronavirus needs to pass before we do anything. And we also want to go on a cruise, but that's even more of like, okay, that's even more intense. Like that's you're definitely gonna get sick. So it's like, just on a little building out in the middle of the ocean, basically, is like, yeah, there's anything can happen. So we're just like, okay, our like wedding anniversary is like our goal, so we have till like November to even plan anything. But it'd be really amazing. And yeah, definitely, like, even above a cruise, I want to go to Galaxy's Edge and freaking ride the Millennium Falcon and all that crap that they have. So, yeah, that'd be amazing. So, I think that for me, it's as simple as this recommendation. Wash your hands. That's it. That's all I got. Like, literally just wash your, like, if you're listening to this right now and you haven't washed your hands in a few hours, go wash your hands. Use hand sanitizer. Do everything you can to avoid this thing because, like, you could. I mean, you could get sick. We're not trying to throw that fear into you, but, like, I mean, it's a possibility. But we do agree that there's a level to this where it's like they're probably just overhyping it and making it too big. Now, I respect our government and world and everything for letting us know about things. It's good. Like, I'm glad that we're aware of it, but it is kind of being oversold, I feel like, and gas stations, $50 hand sanitizer. Like, what's the world coming to? It's coming to madness. And we need to chill. Just need to chill. Just wash your hands, take a shower, You know, I can't stand without at least a daily shower, like, and so I don't know how other people don't do that. And I mean, skipping a day every now and then, like, yeah, whatever. But like, just for me personally, I like to be a clean person. Doesn't make me the best ever or anything, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just a thing, and yeah, but yeah, just being clean, it's fun. It's a lot funner to be clean than it is to be like dirty and sweaty and sticky, or, you know, like whenever you go and sweat and then you come inside and then you sit on your couch and you're just like, man, I'm so sticky. Like, I can't stand that feeling, so I just shower.
Right.
But yeah,
I have to shower every day, sometimes twice a day.
yeah, sometimes twice a day for me too. It just depends. Like last night, I freaking or yesterday, I got a haircut, and just so you guys know, you're not gonna see me, but I get a beard trim. The Bearded Bros show is trimmed down today. One of the Bearded Bros, but it looks great. It's like it looks better than I had. Just like when Dustin freaking shaved not long ago, so now it's my turn where it's like I didn't shave, but I got it trimmed. But yeah, so I got my haircut, and then so I styled my hair because I'm like, you know, we even had a conversation with Lucas about this where it's like, oh, hats just cover up. That's usually why I'm just like, I'm just throwing a hat because it's a lot easier than dealing with my hair. So whenever I can have it short like this where I can actually style it, I will. I'll like spike it up and like everything like that. Like, and so yesterday I took like a shower after I had left the haircut place because I'm not going to pay for getting it washed there. Why? I'll just take a shower. And took a shower, styled my hair, and then I thought when I went to bed, like, I've already taken a shower today, but I styled my hair. I can't stand going to bed with like the freaking gel stuff still in my hair. Like, it's just gross. Like, I don't, like, you roll over on your pillow and you're like basically breaking your hair off because it's like icicles. And I'm just like, nah. So I took a shower again. So like, I'll always find a reason to like take a shower again if I have it, because honestly, love showers. Like, I just love being to be myself in the shower, the warm water. Sometimes I stay in too long though, where I'm like, man, I really just like thought about nothing for like way too long. It's like this very mental, like, I shouldn't be taking a shower for this long. Especially whenever you realize the cold water's coming and you're like, yeah, that means I've been in here for like a good 20 minutes to 30. Like, I've been doing better like actually trying to speed up my showers. But anyway, yeah, I think that's all we got, guys. Check us out on email us, bbroshow@gmail.com. That's in the description below. I think I'm going to also copy and paste the description to like Anchor and Spotify. And I actually think you kind of can. For each episode on Anchor, you can like have a description. So I hate having to say like, oh, go to YouTube for this link. Like, I think I can figure out a way to like have all that there. So whatever the link is there for stuff, it's there. We got an email. We got our own separate YouTube channels. Dustin does Minecraft videos. I do food reviews. Check us out. Listen to us on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts. Still working on iTunes. I don't know why that's taking so long. And
it's on iTunes.
Oh, it is on iTunes.
It's on
okay,
iTunes.
well then, we're on iTunes, guys. I just learned something.
Yep, it's on Apple Podcasts. Yeah.
But yeah, all the listening platforms. Check us out. Check us out on YouTube and our separate channels. All that. And you'll be hearing from us next time.
Okay, before we go, breaking news from ESPN: the NBA actually just suspended its entire season until further notice.
Congratulations, coronavirus! You've scared the whole world.
Thank you, coronavirus. Well, see ya.